Karl Marx famously declared in Das Kapital that the history of humanity is essentially a history of class struggles. As time evolves, these struggles manifest in different forms, often repeating themselves in response to the changing circumstances of society. Philosophers have long pondered the intricacies of human history, but the real challenge lies in altering its course. Marx understood that the task was not merely to interpret history, but to change it. Yet, throughout the annals of history, genuine moments of fundamental transformation are rare. To effect real change, one must close one chapter and embark on writing a new one. In regions where tyranny has etched the narrative of oppression with blood and sweat, liberation often demands the sacrifice of the oppressors. From the depths of darkness, a new world of light must emerge. One pivotal event that forever altered the course of history was the Cuban Revolution, anchored by two prominent figures, Che Guevara and Fidel Castro. Together, they formed a dynamic duo that not only challenged the status quo, but also shifted the trajectory of their nation. Fidel Alejandro Castro Ruz was born on August 13, 1926, in the modest Cuban town of Byron. Unlike many of his contemporaries, he was not born into poverty. His father, Ángel María Bautista Castro, was a prosperous Spanish immigrant farmer. Fidel's educational journey began at a Catholic school in Santiago and continued at prestigious institutions, including Colegio El Colegio in Havana and later Havana University. During the 1940s, while studying law, he became deeply involved in politics. As a member of the elite class, benefiting from his father's wealth and access to influential educational opportunities, Castro's life seemed destined for luxury. He even married Marta Díaz-Balart, the daughter of a wealthy Cuban politician. However, rather than enjoying a life of ease, he chose to engage deeply with the struggles of the oppressed, fighting for their rights. Some believe that the universe conspires to send individuals destined for greatness, and perhaps it was fate that a man like Fidel, emerging from privilege, would become the champion of the working class. Another key figure in the revolution was Ernesto Che Guevara de la Serna, born on June 14, 1928, in Argentina. Better known as Che Guevara, he was a multifaceted individual, a Marxist revolutionary, physician, author, intellectual, guerrilla leader, diplomat, and military theorist. Che's life was characterized by adventure and an unwavering commitment to social justice. Che developed a profound sense of empathy for the marginalized from a young age. His extensive political education began early, and in 1948, he enrolled at the University of Buenos Aires to study medicine. In 1951, he embarked on a transformative motorcycle journey across South America with his friend Alberto Granado, intending to volunteer at a leprosy colony in San Pablo, Peru. This experience left a lasting impression on him. He was deeply moved by the solidarity and community spirit among the residents of the colony. It played a crucial role in shaping his revolutionary philosophy and inspired his renowned memoir, The Motorcycle Diaries, which later became a film. In early 1954, Che arrived in Mexico City, where he worked in the allergy department of the General Hospital. It was there that he encountered Fidel Castro. Their partnership marked a significant turning point in the Cuban Revolutionary movement. Che officially joined Castro's efforts on July 26, 1955, a decision that would alter the course of history. To comprehend the Cuban Revolution fully, one must examine the social, political, and economic context of Cuba during this period. According to classical Marxist theory, the revolution was a reaction to the exploitation of workers, the colonial social structure, and the overwhelming influence of the United States on Cuba's economy. However, deeper layers of complexity contributed to this momentous event. A key issue plaguing Cuban society prior to the revolution was rampant corruption. After gaining independence from Spain in 1898, Cuba was beset by corrupt political systems and social inequity. Leaders exploited the working class, concentrating wealth in the hands of a few while leaving the majority in poverty. The U.S. exerted considerable influence over Cuba's economy, politics, and military, viewing the island as a strategic pawn in its broader imperial ambitions. The Cuban elite, aligned with U.S. interests, controlled most resources, intensifying the divide between the wealthy and the working class. Cuba's economy, heavily reliant on sugar, was primarily shaped by U.S. control over sugar exports, further destabilizing the nation. As social and political conditions deteriorated, the call for revolution became undeniable. The Cuban Revolution transcended mere political power struggles. It aimed to dismantle a system that allowed a privileged minority to exploit the masses. It was a struggle for Cuba's soul, advocating for social justice, equality, and freedom for the oppressed. Under the leadership of Fidel Castro and Che Guevara, the revolution mobilized the masses, inspiring the working class to rise against the corrupt Batista regime. Their revolutionary vision was deeply rooted in Marxist ideology, aspiring to create a society where workers could control the means of production. The culmination of their efforts came in 1959, when Castro's forces successfully overthrew the Batista regime. However, this victory was only the beginning of a long and arduous journey to transform Cuban society. Castro's government implemented sweeping reforms, nationalizing industries, redistributing land, and investing in education and healthcare. These measures posed a direct challenge to U.S. dominance in the region, resulting in a tense and often adversarial relationship between the two nations that continues to this day. In conclusion, the Cuban Revolution was more than a historical event. It was a powerful testament to the potential of ordinary people to confront oppression and advocate for a more just society. The leadership of Fidel Castro and Che Guevara was instrumental in this process, and their legacy continues to inspire those who seek to challenge injustice worldwide. Their actions affirmed the notion that history can indeed be rewritten when people are willing to fight for change.